Okay, so right now I'll show you how to initialize the controllers to the blinds, as well as change the directional rotation and just the general operation of the remote controls. So first off, what you want to do when you install one of our blinds, you want to initialize whichever controller you'd like to use, or maybe more than one controller, to the actual blind. So in this case we got the single channel here. You'll grab a clip, paper clip, whatever, just so you can get into the programming button on the blind. You will remove the little cover, and you'll be using the left-hand side lower button, which is the confirm button, just to initialize the controller. So first off, what you want to do is you want to get up to your programming button, and you want to press it and hold it until the blind makes a noise or moves just gently. This one just moved. Once it does that, press confirm. And the blind will give you a signal after it recognizes the controller. So right now our controller, our single channel is set up to this blind here. If I hit down, it comes down. Now this might not always be the case. If your blinds are mounted reverse or a standard roll or a reverse roll, whatever, the blind might actually not come down when you hit the down button. So in that case, what you want to do is you want to change the directional rotation. To change the directional rotation, you hit the center button and the limit button at the same time. That was the signal. So now our blind is working the way it should. Good. So this is true of all of our controllers. The next step would be to set the limits. In this case, we already have the limits set on this blind, but we'll go through the process again, just to show you how it works. So to set your limits, hit the right hand lower button, the limit button, and hold it until the blind gives you a signal. There's a signal, the blind moves ever so gently. So now let's set our lower limit. Low limit, hit down, be ready to stop it when it gets close to the position you want. So we'll stop it right there. Now, if it's not exactly where you need it to be, now at this point you can hit the button, and every time you hit the button, you will get 2 steps of rotation on the motor. So this looks good. So let's confirm this. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the confirm button on the left hand lower corner. So now this location is confirmed in the motor. Let's set our upper limit. So hit up. Again, once you get close, hit stop. I'd like it to go up a little bit more, so I can just step it now, just by pressing the up button. It's good there. Hit confirm. Now your limits are set. So you hit the down button, the blind will close all the way. Hit the up button, the blind will stop on its own. I should also mention that once you set the limits on the motor, your lower limit, upper limit, your directional rotation, you don't have to do that ever again. You can keep initializing more and more remotes, as many as you want, into this blind without having to set your limits again. So now with the 6 and 9 channel controllers, as well as with the timer controller, the programming methods are exactly the same as with the single channel, except for the fact that you can choose a channel on which your blind operates. So let's say I already programmed my single channel controller for this room only, but now I want to have my 9 channel, which is going to located in the living room, for example, to also control this blind when I hit the down or up button or whatever. Say if you're going to work in the morning, you want to hit the button and your whole house will shut the blinds. So now the only thing that we need to do, if we want the 9 channel remote control to operate this blind as well, on top of the single channel, we will remove the bottom cover and we will use our paper clip again. But now what we will do is we will set which channel we want this blind to operate on. So I'm going to set channel 1. This is very important. Set the channel, otherwise if you have other channels already set for other blinds, you will override those settings. So let's set channel 1. This is a brand new remote, so nothing is set on it yet. We'll set channel 1. We will hit the programming button on the blind again, wait for the signal. There, we have the signal, and now we will hit confirm. So once you've done that, very simple, just like you did with the single channel controller, but now you have another controller set up to work with the same blind. And as I said before, you don't have to set your limits. Once you hit down, the motor is already preset for the limits. And there we go. So now this is our single channel from before. I can stop it as well. I can make it go up. This is our 9 channel. Stop it. Make it go up. So now you can use your 9 channel in a central location somewhere. And this one here you can mount maybe close to the window or something like that, just so you can control this blind only if you're in this room, and then have your 9 channel control on your windows. Okay, next we'll move on to the timer controller. Okay, now we will move on to the premium 6 channel programmable timer controller. Okay, so there's a few differences in this controller, but the general idea and principle is the same. Okay, so premium timer controller. To turn it on, right hand side button on the side of the remote, hit that, your display will come on. To make a blind go down, hit the down button. Stop, up button. Timer button, which we'll get to in a second. And then your channel pick button. This blind works on channel 2. Now on the bottom, you have your confirm button and your limit button, just like the other controllers, but they're not, these buttons are not hidden behind the little enclosure. Now if you turn the remote control around, the back cover slides down to open, and you will find your battery. And this little thing here is a backup battery that's always pre-installed in these. Close it back up. Okay, now, first thing you want to do when you get one of these controllers with our kits, if you order one, you want to set the time and date. To do that, hit the side button to turn it on, and then in your lower left hand corner, there's a timer button. Press and hold that. Now the time flashes, up, down, and the stop button in this case is a confirm button. Hit that. And then to switch to the next setting, hit the channel button. So now we can set our minutes, hit the channel button again. We can set our day of the week. Okay. Once you finish setting your time, hit the side button. That's that. Now the main advantage to this remote control is the fact that you can program your blinds. So you can have up to 9 programs in this remote control. and you can have these programs work with all your blinds at the same time, or you can choose and pick and choose which blinds you want to operate with the program. So let's just write a quick program. Turn the remote on with the side button, showing us the time is currently 22:34, and now it also flashed that there is a program set for 22:29 for blind number 2 to go down. We're going to override that. So make sure you're in auto mode. So manual and auto is selected with the timer button. We're now in auto mode. Press and hold the timer button. The display flashes and shows us number 1, meaning program number 1. This is an old program, so let's override that. Hit the stop button. You can see your channel number flashing. We want to pick channel 2 only. Once channel 2 is flashing, hit the stop button. That confirms channel 2. Number 3 is now flashing. We don't want channel 3 to run at this time. So hit the channel button to make the confirmation just for channel 2. Now, day of the week is flashing. We want Thursday. Once we have Thursday flashing, hit the stop button. Now Friday is flashing. We don't want Friday, so confirm the selection with the channel button. Let's set the time is now 22:36. So let's set the blind to go up at 22:38. So that's correct. Confirm with the stop button. And let's go to 38. 38. Stop button. And now you choose your direction. We want the blind to go up at 22:38. Once you do that, hit the stop button. Now nothing is flashing on the screen. When nothing is flashing, hit the timer button again and hold it. Now this confirms program number 1. So now let's make program number 2 go down at 22:39. Again, stop button, pick channel number 2, confirm, Thursday, confirm, 22:39. We want it to go down, enter, done, hit the side button. So now at 22:38 the blind should go up, at 22:39 it should come back down. And we gotta make sure that we're in automatic mode though. So our first program for the blind to go up was set for 22:38. So the blind, as you can see, is going up. And it is now 22:39 and the blind is going down. So you can set up to 9 of these programs. You can have all your blinds in the house go up. You can only have certain ones go up at certain times. You have 9 programs to play with. There's a lot of things you can do with this. If you don't want any of the programs to run, hit the timer button, moves you into manual mode. None of the programs will run.